Good morning. Welcome to Sunday morning's meditation here at Kunzang Peo Choling. And whether you're here in the room or online with us, we're happy that you're here. And we're first going to begin with some opening prayers. We're going to do the 7-line prayer 3 times together. Organ yugi nu chamsam Pemange sadompola Yasan chogi no drumne Pemajungne shesudrag Koryu kandro mampokor Keki jesu dag drupki Jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Bema Siddhihum Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Bemage Sadombola Yasan Shogi Nodrumne Bema Jungne Shesudrag Koryu Kandro Mambokor Keki Jesu Dag Drupki Jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Bema Siddhihum Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Pemage Sadombola Yasan Shogi Nodrumne Pema Jungne Shesudrag Koryu Kandro Mampokor Keki jesu dang drupki Jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Bema Siddhihum. So let's take a moment to remember our motivation for being here today and to generate a compassionate intention for doing meditation today. And whenever we begin an activity, we should begin by generating compassion for all beings and establishing a pure motivation. And this is especially true when we're sitting down to meditate or listening to a Dharma talk or reading a book about the Dharma. So our motivation really determines the direction of our actions. So we always begin with any activity by establishing that pure motivation. So let's take a minute to generate that compassionate wish that whatever we learn here today or whatever merit or virtue we generate by doing practice, that we dedicate that to the immeasurable benefit of all sentient beings. So let's just take a moment now to establish that in our minds. All right, so the meditation that we'll be doing today is shamatha meditation, and I'll be speaking from Jetsama's book, Stabilizing the Mind. So all the instruction today will be from that text. So what is meditation? Meditation is the natural state of mind when it's relaxed and stable and open. Meditation trains our mind to be more open and calm and relaxed, yet also alert and wakeful. If we really think of the core of meditation, it's to create more spaciousness in our mind, which I think we all could use a little bit of spaciousness in our mind in these busy lives we live. It's really an important tool in our daily life to create that spaciousness. Our busy minds, often referred to as our monkey minds. Jetsama talks about our monkey minds, and many other teachers refer to the monkey mind. It's very easy for it to get carried away. And so meditation is a time that we can carve out to really create more space in our mind. And in that, when we create more space in our mind, we're able to balance our emotions easily, or more easily, and we also allow time between our action and our reactions. So it's really the first step to creating more bodhicitta in our minds, which is that wish to really free beings from suffering. It's that compassionate wish to free beings from suffering. So that is our motivation, and that's the goal, so to speak. So you can see you're already in a comfortable seat. So whether you choose to sit in a chair or on the ground, it's up to you. We just really want to focus on our posture, so having a really straight spine, but not forced, straight spine but relaxed. And then our shoulders are open, and we're going to put our hands in our lap, but we'll have our right hand over our left with our thumbs lightly touching. And then our shoulders are back, and then our chest is out too, so we're not, hunched over. And then our eyes will remain open. They're just looking directly down at the floor, almost like if we were to draw a line from the bridge of our nose down, and then we pick a place on that line to kind of rest our gaze. And then we'll also put the tip of our tongue on the back of our teeth, so it kind of creates a little bit of an opening with our mouth. And then we really would just want to allow ourselves to relax and breathe normally. So it's normal to, kind of maybe be unnatural with the breath at first, but as we relax more and more in this position, we can just rest our breath at a natural pace. And so we're focusing on the breath, but we're just putting a very light attention on the breath. We're not trying to control it at all, almost like taking our pulse, we're putting just a light pressure on it, or we're not putting any pressure on it, sorry, we're just observing it. Jetsama says, your attention is like a feather gently riding the surface of your breath. So as we begin our meditation, we might notice that that thoughts arise, and that is the nature of our mind. Thoughts will arise, but it's really how we deal with that thought. Our attention, our meditation isn't lost by having a thought, but by going down the road with it. So once a thought comes up, we just want to let it, we just want to drop it, not go down the road with it. Kind of as, one thing Jetsama says is, it's like a bubble rising to the surface of a pond. We can just let it rise up and pop at the surface of the pond. If you're finding it's really difficult to dismiss these thoughts, we can actually use some visual techniques like the thought with the tong, like picking up with tongs and tossing it away, or actually using scissors and cutting the thought and throwing it away. So whatever works for you, we can try that. So again, the point is just to return to our breath, the gossamer thin attention on our breath, like a feather riding the surface of our breath. So we're going to try 3 sessions today, and we'll do our first session for 5 minutes, and then we'll just increase our time. So I have a little timer here. Okay, and we'll start. So we'll do another session, and just, as a reminder too, however our meditation goes, whether we think, oh, that was a good meditation or a bad meditation, or I was distracted, oh, I was very focused, all those are just thoughts that can kind of boil up, and all of a sudden you realize you're going down the road with it and you've lost your concentration. So, even our own personal judgment with how we think our meditation is going, can come up as a thought, and then all of a sudden, again, we've lost concentration. So it's a matter of just returning to the breath. And as we do this more and more, we'll realize our thoughts will get more and more subtle, and we'll be less distracted and more spaciousness in our mind. But it can take some time, and even starting with really small increments of time, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, wherever we need to start, can really be beneficial when we just gradually increase our time as we, practice this more and more and incorporate it through our weeks. So, all right, let's try that again. Just increase it. We're going to do 7 minutes. And we'll start now. Again, if you need to stretch or grab a sip of water, we'll do a third session here. And just check the time. Okay, so we'll do 10 minutes. Okay, so we'll do 10 minutes and then we'll do some closing dedication prayers. So, and again, if you're watching us online and you want to do smaller increments of time as well, feel free to do that. And, you can just take a pause or a rest whenever you need it. And we can slowly build this up over time. So, all right, 10 minutes. So we will, to seal in the merit and virtue of our meditation practice here today, we'll do some closing prayers, which are on the back of your sheet. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. Thank you so much for joining us today, here in person and online. And I also wanted to mention that we have a February month of meditation, our meditation challenge that happens every February. So we have a lot of resources online, and they're posted daily on our social media, so either on our Facebook or Instagram, Kunzang Peo Choling. And again, lots of videos, resources, and a whole YouTube channel of meditation resources and practice and teachings. So check that out for the month of February. We do it after January, because January is kind of like a busy month with resolutions. So we thought, let's do it February when everyone starts falling off the horse, so to speak. So that goes this whole month. So check it out. And again, thank you.